Ready? Okay, guys, I want to introduce my friend Kyle. He's the owner of Superhuman Fathers. And for people that, know me, man, I promise you when I say that this is a real dude right here. Kyle, tell me about Superhuman Fathers.
Man, so this has turned into like the craziest savage group of like 30, 40, 50-year-olds I couldn't possibly imagine. So like for example, our last transformation, 53 years old, fused back, fused neck, can't squat, can't run, ripped as fuck. Marriage is on fire, making more money. We're realizing like the 40s and 50s are the shit. Like, these are the years.
Yeah.
If you do it right and you set yourself up, but you have to see it. And you can't see it unless you're around other people that are doing it.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and so we provide this place where it's like I tell people, like, they want the physical transformation, mostly is like what they come for, right? They're like, what do I gotta do? I go, you gotta show up and hang out with us. That's it. They're like, well, what about workouts? I go, don't worry about that. They go, what about nutrition? We'll take care of that. You just hang out with us. Just be there. Come to your calls. Come to the events. Be in the chat. Like, if you just become who you're around. And then we have guys that like come in, maybe they're, like 100 pounds overweight. You're like a 300-pound guy, and he's like, I'm lost, man. I'm addicted. I drink too much. I eat too much. Looking at porn all the time. Disconnected with my wife or whatever. And then you have a guy that's like 185, fucking ripped, who's like, hey, bro, a year ago, I was you. So just look at me and follow me, And you're like, hey, hook up with that guy. Just be him.
A lot of men have lost touch with like what they were engineered to do, right? Their instinct. And it's almost like their brain has been rewired, or they've been indoctrinated to be something that somebody else wants them to be, right?
Yep.
Basically, I can get into a lot of the deep minutiae. However, you're probably not even a fraction of what you're capable of. And him and his clients and his people, and I want to include myself in this because, as a jiu-jitsu black belt and a coach and educator myself, like, I've seen people transform. I have helped be a part of that, and there's no greater feeling. And they don't believe it. They don't believe it until 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, sometimes 6 months before they go, oh shit, I have been in the wrong place, around the wrong people. The average business owner, a man who works his ass off, what are the chances he neglects his body?
99.9%, bro. And his marriage and his kids, and they find themselves in this place where they're miserable and they're on paper crushing it.
On paper crushing it, but when does paper really count? It doesn't count unless everything else is going well. Your health, your mentality, your marriage, your kids.
Yeah.
Like, that has to be doing good.
Yep. But what happens? They get complacent. They turn to sedate because stress is high.
Yeah.
So they disconnect from their family. Because if they don't sedate, what happens? They're angry as fuck. So now they're either lashing out or bringing terrible negative energy to their family. They have never learned to deal with the stress. They've always sedated. But when they stop sedating, now they got to face themselves. And that's the game. We teach a man to sit in his suffering without turning to his sedation. For a lot of guys, it's food. A lot of guys, it's alcohol.
Drugs.
Mine was food and porn for years.
Porn is very popular.
Because it's so easy, and it's just like it's so like
it's a quick fix for men, because it's one of the most important things that men want is sex, and women and such. And then the most popular thing on the internet is fucking porn. It's pretty evident, right? So, but actually, it suppresses so much because you're just getting that quick, easy fix that is taken away from your wife and your children and yourself.
So we just teach guys. We say, hey, just come with us and come sit in the suffering with us. We're right with you. We're gonna sit in here and we're gonna sit in it, feel the desire to sedate, and just sit in this suffering until we don't desire to sedate anymore, till we've actually dealt with our own bullshit, So we watch guys actually like overcome themselves in a matter of weeks and months.
Hypothetically, let's just pretend 100 people came to you and went through your program. What is your success rate for those who try?
For those who show up to their meetings, 100%.
100%.
Yep.
You've never failed anybody.
Nope. The only guys who fail are the guys that disappear. I say, if you leave the ship, you'll drown.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let's say that again. Say it again.
If you leave the ship, you're gonna drown.
Guys, I have goosebumps.
Stay on the boat.
This is not a fucking joke. You started this at some time. Like, when's the timeline? Like, what was the aha moment? Like, who slapped you in the fucking dick?
Well, it was me getting my fitness together, in the firehouse.
You were a firefighter.
Yeah, I was
a
fireman for 15 years. So like in the first couple years, I wasn't a good medic. I was nervous. I had a lack of confidence. Guys kind of stepped all over me. I was kind of bullied in the firehouse. which is pretty standard for like a new fireman, get beat up for a while. And then I started like getting my nutrition dialed, getting ripped, put some muscle on. All of a sudden I realized guys treat me different. I show up different. I'm on my calls and emergencies and I have more confidence. And then I'm like noticing I'm like showing up with my wife with a little more fire when I come home from work, whereas I usually come home, like go to sleep, be a little depressed, have some anxiety. That started to get less. And I'm like, holy shit, all from just getting disciplined.
Yeah, discipline, practicing discipline. Yes, yeah.
You know, and then I started taking out my own addictions and working on my porn and working on my food because like once I got rid of the food and got that in control, I got the body. And I was like, okay, well, what about the spirit? Like where's the binging on my spirit affecting everything else? And I was like, dude, that's the porn. I got to deal with that. That took me 3 years.
When I was addicted to pills. Like,
Yeah, and that one's easy. That one's hard because it's easy to hide.
It's easy to hide. Yeah. Yeah, it's so easy to get.
Yep.
It's free for most people.
Yeah.
It's absolutely dangerous.
Yep. Yep.
You know, and the scariest thing about it is, like, a lot of people don't even realize that there are people that are out there medicating themselves with pharmaceuticals that don't need to be. But that's like the very first offer they had, and they were told that was the only way.
They're just trying to get rid of the pain right away.
And it's
You know?
crazy, yeah.
And it works.
I know.
That's the problem.
But in the long run, it's very detrimental.
And then what happens when you sedate? You can't connect.
That's right.
And you can't connect with your wife. You can't connect with your kids. You can't connect with God.
You obviously can't even, you can't even connect with
So
yourself.
now you can't get answers.
Right. You can't connect with yourself because if you can't be real with yourself,
Yeah.
you're not connected.
Yeah.
Right? A disconnection is fallacy.
Yeah.
Connection is true.
Yeah. So discipline and endurance first, which will lead to connection with your wife, with your kids, with God, which then leads to what? Like now you're being guided and you have everything that you desire. So now you're entering in this place of peace and freedom, which is what we want. And so, but it all starts with discipline and endurance, the ability to sit in suffering. And doing that alone, good luck.
Good luck. Why is the success rate 100%? Why?
Because there's no time limit on it. So like when you come in, I'm like, bro, this might take 90 days for you to figure some shit out. It might take 2 years. We don't care. There's no guilt and shame here, nor is there compulsion. If you hang out with us long enough, you will become like us, period.
Because it's like, there's no way to fail because
you never quit.
Yeah, because and the beauty of that too is there's no way to fail because you have the ultimate fucking tools to build your house.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's
and
like
support.
Sometimes if you start to build some guys are slower building the foundation, getting the walls up, and sometimes I'll look at other guys and be like, why am I so fucked up? And you're like, bro, a lot of times I'm like, look at your past. A lot of our guys were like serious abuse when they were kids.
Yes.
Like in just the most terrible circumstances. Yeah. And they take a little longer to deal with their bullshit. But I watch those walls build and I watch them get put together. I watch the roof start to get built. And sometimes it takes a couple years. I tell them, it doesn't matter. Like, just stay with us. It'll happen. We've got the data now.
And that's amazing because that's the same thing I tell my students in jiu-jitsu is they think, oh man, getting a black belt, it takes 10 years. The fucking black belt is not the goal.
Yeah, who cares about the black belt?
No.
That's just a little flag that someone put on the mountain to make you like fake think that it matters.
All the black belt is a reminder that, oh shit, I did this stuff.
I
did this stuff, but the real reward is you. Okay, so if somebody wanted to reach out to you, wow, what do they do?
Well, I got my cell phone number.
Cell phone.
I literally give you my fucking cell phone number. Yeah. And I'll give it to you right now. This cell phone number is 760-277-7219. Sometimes I have crazy motherfuckers call that number late at night and give me shit.
It happens.
Bring it.
Yeah, bring it.
They usually become my friends. Superhumanfathers.com is a place to apply.
Superhumanfathers.com, okay.
And then my Instagram @superhumanfathers is the best place to follow, and then just DM me there. That's one of the best places.
Guys, I'm going to say this because if he says it, you may think he's just trying to sell you or pitch you. Listen to me. This guy fucking loves people. He loves people, all people. This guy will never lie to you. If you have any doubt in your mind and you're looking for something different, if you don't feel well, if you don't feel loved and respected, or even if you know you are, don't even fucking hesitate. Call him. What's the worst that can happen? It doesn't work out? I promise you. I spent 2 days with Kyle. Changed my fucking life. I'm getting ready to figure out like how I can come and help him and pay him and receive some of the gift that he has built. Hit me up, message me, message him. Let's make this happen. This is not a pitch. This is fucking real. Thank you guys. Kyle, thank you, brother.
Yeah, buddy.
Love you, buddy. You're a fucking badass, man. I'm excited.